I think we're gonna start with Larry Elder again, because he's popped up once again because he just won't go away. So
yeah, this is weird. We got to do it in our heads.
yeah. So long story short,
maybe somebody should say it.
Yeah, we're about to get into the Larry Elder clip, but right now because Lauren's not here, we don't have the school bell. I have to add it in post.
Yeah.
So we're doing an imaginary fake pause right now, which is kind of crazy. So Larry Elder went to. First of all, Larry Elder popped back up again. He won't go away because he still has not been selected as like a Republican choice to even like be a part of anything.
He's not a respected candidate.
Yeah, he's not a candidate. You know what I'm saying? So he popped up, and I actually found out what Van Lathan does, which I didn't know for the longest.
What he does, like for work?
Well, yeah, because ever since Van left, honestly, I don't even know if this is what he does for work, but ever since he left TMZ. Van is like the black guy that'll pop up at any podcast.
Like his lifestyle is strange, right?
He has a strange life. He's like he's a welcome guest podcast nomad anywhere, and I'm never upset when he's there.
Because he's always knowledgeable. And he's a true journalist.
He's always knowledgeable. He's a true journalist. It's always good. Like
black enough.
I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just strange because I'm like, where am I supposed to actually find you every week? You know what I'm saying? Where's your home?
The nigga is like Yoda. Like he comes in, gives you hella advice,
drops crazy
and
gems,
just leaves,
and just dips, bro. It just dips, dog.
Yeah,
it's just like so. It's weird, and I was like, I feel like we brought him up quickly because I was like, what does Van do? And none of us even brought it up. But long story short, I found out Van has a podcast, and it's called...
Which makes perfect sense. He's just not a great self-promoter.
Yeah, I would say that for sure. Because I done seen Van way too many times to not know the name of his podcast was Higher Learning. You know what I'm saying? Higher Learning, which the name is valid.
Who's his co-host?
His co-host is Rachel Lindsay. So shout out to her. So
that's two white girl names.
Right, yeah, which is kind of funny. So yeah, Larry Elder joins the show. He pops up over there. And it doesn't have to be said, but it's gonna be. It needs to be said. Like the whole Larry Elder thing with the Breakfast Club. Oh, he only watched the Breakfast Club because how the Breakfast Club received and reacted to him.
They was drinking one of these.
You know
Modelos.
what I'm saying?
It was a little tipsy.
And the fact that he stayed on his pivot, even though they were like doing too much attacking. Larry Elder, which was proved in this episode. You can give him all the rope he needs. He'll hang himself. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to get him with a gotcha. He'll hang himself every time. So
but the thing is, Van Lathan also brought up great points.
He also is more educated. He's also more knowledgeable as well. So I don't want to minimize that either. You know what I'm saying? That is another good point.
There was genuine pushback and critique that he can't actually. You have to have data and statistics to back it up.
Even be able to have these conversations.
You can't just be, hey, you an angry black woman.
Right? Yeah.
You play that card.
Right.
Why are you talking about Charlamagne like that? You talked, and was it like because I didn't get to watch the full thing. Yeah, was it almost like he? I
stopped watching it because this nigga Larry Elder is out of control. This nigga is out of control. Larry Elder is legit crazy. Like,
and I was talking in the car, man. We was talking. I was like, this nigga can't be president for one reason.
Why?
His orientation.
Yeah,
it's just not there,
bro.
His like the way he presents himself, like it's no value. I feel like it's no value in his words.
There's a lot of
it's fluff.
There's a lot of deriding too. That is one thing about like Republican candidates that like always throws me off. Yeah, it's like they still on Trump's nuts. Like they're on their presidential run, but talking about how I was a really big Trump guy. It's like, nigga, this nigga is running right now. Why are you shouting him out? You should be trying to get us to vote for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's them trying to leech and attach themselves to that.
And it's weird though, because it's like you're not supposed to do that. Well, I mean,
you're supposed to be promoting
presidents
yourself.
do that though, but
they do. But you're on a campaign for yourself, though.
It's a little crazy when like people who aren't Trump are talking about some MAGA. Like MAGA is Trump words. Like that's like.
I only want to hear MAGA information through Trump.
That's like Randy Orton doing the people's elbow. Like that's the Rockets move.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
you can respect it, and we respect you respecting it. But relax.
You
know
doing another nigga move.
Yeah, bro. So it's like
you wearing John Cena shorts.
So he was right.
You wearing his Jordans, nigga.
Yeah, with the fucking chain. No, he had the Reebok pumps.
Yeah, not even. Yeah.
John Cena was crazy. But bruh, I actually didn't finish the interview as much as I wanted to because Larry Elder was getting on my nerves so much.
We heard 5 minutes in the car. Nah.
Yeah, yo, because
why?
And it's funny because Van helped us. He level set who Larry Elder was in the very beginning. Larry Elder wouldn't even admit that he enjoys black people or he has a special place in his heart for black people. He literally wouldn't even admit that. I was like, okay, so I know exactly who I'm dealing with now.
It's a little Uncle Ruckus. Like,
really? No, legit.
The first point I heard was him talking about how like he's trying to portray like he's trying to help black people. Like,
right.
He was like, we need to talk about how there are black fathers not
in the home.
Yeah, not in the home. And
pretty
like,
much these old points that we've heard before.
I'm like, nigga, what are you
black
talking
women
about?
chose the system or the government over having a man in the home.
They chose welfare and decided to put the black man at odds with the system. Like, nigga,
right. And
what?
it's like all the factual things that he's saying, all that's right. And that's like, but just like about the welfares and all that shit and acts and stuff like that.
You see,
but he's got a little bit of twist of his own opinion in there as well too. But
you see, I just started a new venture. I've been cold calling lately, and what it seems, right, AJ, the nigga's script is faulty. Right?
It is. No, it is for sure.
Like his hook, the shit is fucked up.
It's bad.
Like he can't. I don't feel like he's talking to me.
You're
you know
not.
What I mean?
The Republicans ain't even fucking with you. That's just number one. But I do enjoy that, like...
Is it harder to be a black Republican? I know I cut you off, but...
you're good.
Is it harder to be a black Republican, though?
I think so. I'm not a black Republican, so
coming from, like...
But it seems like, yes, black Republicans have it a little bit harder.
We got to get that to them.
And then the ones that also are open black Republicans, it seems like...
Yep.
The ones who are openly black Republican, they're the type of niggas that you don't want to be around anyway. So
because
they have a double whammy. It's like being light skinned. You're not black. You're not black enough for the black folks, but you're not white enough for the white folks.
That's only with certain light skins.
That's only with certain light skins for sure. But I'm talking about being a black Republican.
Yeah.
It's like they're dealing with the fucking logic struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What Stove guy say? He was like, I was too black for my white cousins. I was selling white with my black cousins. Trap jumping.
Yeah. So the nigga Larry Elder, bro. Van started off immediately and was like,
I want to sell some crack now. I want to sell crack right now.
That shit do hit.
We need a bell for that.
Yeah.
But nah, it's seriously though, like it's a tricky game.
Yeah, so when like Van started it off with that, but you have a special place for black folks, right? And then he was like,
it's very interesting how he tried to steer it because I noticed what you was about to bring up.
Yeah.
It's like he set it up for him and he was like, but why? Prove it now.
No, not even that. But he was just like, when he asked him, do you like black people? Or do you have a special place in your heart for black folks? He was like, I love all people. It's like asking a black person, do you like Black Lives Matter? And it's all lives.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He was like, one thing we all three have in common, we all have a special place for black people in our hearts. He was like, what do you love about black people?
Yeah,
I like the setup because it's like, nigga, I'm trying to get you without getting you.
Bruh, this setup and the answer to the setup had me hating Larry Elder the whole interview. Yeah. I was like, so that's why it was like masterful. I was like,
that was the first question.
That was the first question. They set the tone so quickly. And then after a while, I'm like, I'm just tired of watching this nigga's mouth move. Like everything about him is just getting on my nerves.
The nigga got a perm, right?
He got something.
His hair is a little like slickish, right?
He's got that the old school. I comb backwards.
He may have Cherokee in his family.
Yeah,
ain't no naps in that.
But we seen his wife though. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's really living that. He's really living that. We saw his wife.
What is his wife?
Larry Elder's wife. You don't remember what she?
I haven't seen her.
Come on.
We watched her. We all looked at her together.
Oh well, you the functioning white man for today. Let's Google it.
I don't know. Tony, guess.
Handsome white woman. Kind of accurate. She's like the belle of the ball.
She definitely has like an American dad chin, Stan's chin.
They both look terrifying.
Bro, she just looks American as a motherfucker though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Blonde hair, blue eyes.
He literally found the whitest girl you could possibly find.
Exactly. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
That's like, that kind of looked like Coco and Iced Tea.
Why did he look lighter when he was on Van Lathan? Like the nigga looked dark in these photos.
He does. He's outside more.
You know, black people are whatever the light is.
yo, what if he's just,
he doesn't have a presidential face. But long story short, Larry Elder,
the nigga look like OJ.
Larry Elder got washed by Van, and I was trying to stick into it because I watched the pre-show. Because when you click on that YouTube video, the Van's podcast, it was like them, just like, it was a podcast at first.
Yeah.
For like the first 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, him and his co-host.
Him and his co-host just chopping it up, catching up, just podcast conversation, and then it jumped into the interview. So he did say that Lindsay kind of spazzed out on him. Was that her name? Rachel Lindsay.
Rachel Lindsay
Kind of spazzed out on Larry Elder. So I was trying to stick around for that, but I never got to see it because I couldn't get through Larry Elder. It was too much.
And like her spaz, it's not like Charlemagne's girl spaz,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's not a sick'em. It's more like a bark from the porch.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, so that's why I figured if it was iconic enough, it would have probably been viral by now. So I was like, since I didn't see the clip and I just kind of found this naturally, we'll call it a day.
Shit didn't hit the front page.
It's funny that you can always tell how black somebody thinks they are by their facial expressions. Like, you can look dead into his face and just see that he doesn't associate with nothing, nigga.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not. He can't stand... Bro, the sentiment I got, he hates niggas, bro.
But he
legit hates
man.
niggas.
You got to understand, man, as a black Republican candidate for
he's not even
presidency.
a candidate. He's
potential, striving to.
Runner. Whatever, yeah.
He's a runner-up. He's red shirt right now.
He's
he's going to play eventually. He's red shirt. But, like...
Ain't nobody giving him no PT.
Is it hard to say I love black people? You know what I mean? Like, why?
He made it seem like it was damn near impossible. He had to say, I love all people.
Yeah.
He refused to say, I love black. I have a special place in my heart.
I have a special place in my heart.
There's something
I feel like we're moving past that too fast.
It's something about black people who become conservatives. They feel like they have to overcompensate for it.
Yeah.
They have to disassociate with black people. So it's like, because he's not really thinking about how he feels. He's thinking about the white people watching him.
Yeah.
But that's also another good point that I'm glad Van brought up is that Larry Elder's, like you were saying, his script is fucked. If you're out here running for president, you're a Republican. Black people only make up like 13% of the population. Why the fuck is your front runner to fix black communities? We don't even need our vote. You know what I'm saying? And you need everybody else's vote.
The president, like that whole system, politics, it's just a numbers game.
Right.
So a lot of the times, these niggas not even thinking for real. They just following the numbers.
They're just doing
where
shit.
am I going? What date? Who's going to be there? Like, what's the numbers?
They're just doing shit. Because I'm like, if I'm a Republican, I'm a fucking poor white trash Republican, or I'm a rich Republican. And you
Who
get
sleeps
up
with
here.
his auntie?
Yeah, and you...
Yeah.
And you get up here and you're talking about... I'm supposed to consider you as a Republican or a runner, a possible president, and you tell me what you're pushing is black families. I don't give a fuck about that, nigga. Talk about these taxes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
should you care about black families?
Or
as a white person who doesn't deal with black people, no. For what?
You're right.
You have nothing to do with
it's not
me.
that they don't. It's not that like all of them don't care. It's just like right now. Like I don't care right now. Like, let's talk about some.
Can we worry about black families when I'm economically stable?
And on top of that,
stamps.
And on top of that, bro, rebuilding family structure. Yeah, that is not a presidential. That's running thing, nigga. I need to hear about taxes. I need to hear about keeping us safe. I need to hear about. You know what I'm saying? That's
the weird thing. It's not the president's job to like rebuild families.
right.
Like even if he is black,
but like you can put things in order that could help people rebuild families, but like you campaigning on this, nigga, you're not a relationship counselor. You're running for president.
But to play Dr. Umar Johnson advocate, if the government and the presidents have made decisions that ruin the black family unit, isn't it their job to fix it now?
That's true. Okay, you got a good point there. And that point, it still stands, but that's a sub point to everything else. Border security,
it's not top priority. You worried about these Mexicans.
I'm not worried.
You ain't worried about the single black mothers.
I'm not. But long story short, this is what I'll say.
I don't know.
I'd rather I'll go to Kevin Samuels to hear about the black family structure than a nigga running for president. I don't give a fuck about you talking about the black family structure if you're running for president.
Yeah, I don't even care about that shit. Like I'm old enough to where it's like, nigga, like I need like talk about some life shit. Like what's up with these taxes, nigga?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we gonna do about these aliens?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Border
what are we
patrol.
gonna do?
You want your gun, right?
Yeah.
You a conservative.
A little bit.
He's a Hodge twin.
But nah, it's just
most black folks are.
It's just serious shit to be talking about than like
the black family structure. But you know what I just thought about?
But what's the most? There's a caveat which I feel like we're not talking about. He was talking to Van Lathan.
That's true.
When we need to look up an interview when he's talking to a white man and what questions the white man is asking.
You're
actually,
right.
That is a good point. Actually,
you're right.
We've only seen him talk to black people,
which
But at the same time, shit, the nigga makes it seem. Actually, he might change why he's running to every It might change every platform. Actually, so.
Are niggas bad interviewers?
No, you can't generalize.
We have to watch a white man talk.
Just gave him a great interview.
Hold up. Yeah, but it was terrible. Like because of Larry though.
Because he's a politician. There's only so much you could do with that. You did that before.
Yeah, most politicians are like, well, not terrible. They can be. You're not going nowhere fast, but you can still make it entertaining.
Because the answers are so much more long and drawn out to where at a certain point we're not talking about anything anymore.
At all.
We went from what I asked you to what you care about.
Yeah, so I might as well because when I interviewed that guy running for mayor, Truth for mayor, I was like,
it's a bad name.
There was definitely some
drug dealer name.
There was definitely some points where I was just like, I might just talk about some regular shit because these talking points are way too thought out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
his?
Yeah. Like all the politicians gonna give you the same jargon. You know what I'm saying?
And were you stunned at a certain point where you just like, I don't even know how to follow that up?
I wasn't stunned. I think I did good because it was like, if he gave me the ring around the rosy, I'd be like, so essentially, this is what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you would deduce it down.
Yeah, I deduced pretty much most of the points down, even though you gave me the drawn out. I'm like, okay, so this is a data gathering. You know, I did my part in terms of just laying it out in simplification, decoding it. But outside of that, I was like, I don't want to keep doing that. We might as well just talk about some regular shit.
Man,
what do you and your family like to do?
Calves of the wolves.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I feel like I gotta have a kid before I try to interview a politician. Like the fuck, I'm interviewing a politician for.
It's interesting too, because like
depends on his allegations.
I've used them and I've used them for because I don't know that much about like politics and stuff like that. But like I kind of use it as like
what was you talking to him about?
I was just asking him questions about shit.
The foundations of an interview.
Like
because I don't know.
I was asking him
because I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know that much about politics. I'm just asking him all the average person questions. So I go to his website. I see what he's generally pushing. So then I'll ask those. But then I'm asking some regular shit. I'm like, yeah, but what about these black folks that are homeless right now? Like,
wait, did you hit him with like abortion?
Not that. Just because it was like it's the mayor.
Legalize weed or not?
So stuff like I didn't ask him that either. I asked him about like city of Raleigh shit because he was running for mayor.
Okay.
So it's like
So niggas are bad interviewers for politicians.
Majority.
That's what the questions.
I would say yes.
That's what this.
I would say there's less black people than white people. There's way more. I don't think black people find politics that far. I don't think niggas
nigga. What? It just all
the standard of what the quality of everything just went down. The more you smoke, it's like my expectations like nah.
It was like
I said yes though. They're bad interviewers.
But you went from like, nah, it's not that bad to kind of they not really shit.
You was thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, it's probably a Lauren somewhere that has interviewed a Larry Elder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, was black and knowledgeable.
I don't think you would have
talking about you, Van Lathan, Charlemagne,
right?
Envy.
Van Lathan is the most adequate out of the list you just made, though.
For sure.
That is
no
true.
questions.
That
and
is
Angela
true.
Rye.
And he came from TMZ. That's kind of a crazy thing to correlate.
I apologize. But
the fast food of journalism, but he's actually a still real authentic journalist.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But nah, man, I think we do need to give Larry Elder a shot. We need to watch him like...
At what?
I mean...
We just need to watch him talk to white
country?
we just need to talk. We just need to watch him talk to white people, honestly.
See if
that's really what it comes down to.
See if he's still on the same, he's still saying the same jargon.
Nah.
Yeah.
The same bull jive.
He is, and he's not going to go nowhere saying that shit. Nobody believes in this, man.
But it's all good.
He doesn't even appear to believe in himself. I think he's really doing this for white women.
Yeah.
But to get a specific white woman.
He's already married. He already has his queen.
He got to keep her. Or he will end up like Big Sloth.
You have to be able to get other queens in order to keep
She ain't going nowhere. They've been together for 30 years.
Pan-Africanism.
But fuck Larry Elder. He ain't got shit going on. That nigga's not even a Republican candidate.
He's got a real Caucasian smile.
Just socked it to him.
He's not. I mean, I thought it was funny watching him chop up the Breakfast Club, but then after watching him on Van Lathan, I was
Y'all
like,
keep saying chop up.
yeah, I still stand on that.
I disagree with that.
That's fine.
But that's a later clip.
That's fine.
Go to the catalog.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Link it right there.
Yeah, do your homework.
Yeah. But yeah, let's move over to let me hit the imaginary bell.